We're gonna start with a little warm up. Our first thing is what I call fighter rolls. So I'm gonna give you some options for this. Okay. Option one, which is gonna be like the full fighter roll, is you roll back here. You're gonna tuck one leg under, step on the other, and shift your weight forwards. And then you'll push back. Same thing. Switch sides. Once you've done both sides, you'll come back and to a center squat. And then do that all over again, okay? Other options, if you're like, ow, what the hell? You can always do lean back where you kind of rock onto your hands and come to that fighter stance. Switch to fighter, switch to squat, and my hands are still behind me, just pushing my hips forwards, okay? So that's an option. You can take any part of that, you can add any part of it. So let's say you're like, okay, but I love this part, this is great, but that center squat, I fucking hate it. You could just do that, yeah? Or if you're like, I really like the center squat, but I don't like the fighters, or I don't like rolling back, I can go my fighter and I'd be like, oh yeah, center squat, oh yeah, fighter, okay? So there's so many options. The goal is just that you are moving back and forth and getting those hips moving, okay? We're gonna do that for 1 minute. Any questions? Also, the artist that we are listening to today is a local artist, a local musician. He actually trains here at Circus Collective. So if you like it, let me know. I can show you, I don't know, send it to you on, I don't know, Spotify. That's the thing. Okay, 1 minute. I have words. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and begin. And this is at your own pace. It doesn't have to be fast. This is to get you warm and to get you moving. Oh. You're halfway there. Realize I'm gonna have to make this a not safe for kids video. I said fuck. You bleep it out. I don't feel like editing that much. Jeez. Hey, you guys have 1 more second. And let that go. Awesome. Our next little warm-up, I call these the avatars, okay? So you're going to be standing at the edge of your mat, you're going to take a lunge back, and then you're going to shift your weight from your front leg onto your back leg and do this side lunge. I call it avatar, so you go, wah, and then you're going to push yourself back up. Options for that one. You can do that. You can also do here, where I'm in a 90-90, and then I can lean back to this and step up. So there's multiple options. The difference between those two is one is you're reaching really far back, you're taking a big shift and coming all the way down. The other one, do a little bit less deep of a lunge, shift, and then you can like use your hands on your hips or on your knee to help support in this position, okay? Really seeing if you can find a little bit of a dynamic stretch in your inner thigh and back up. This one we're gonna do for a minute, okay? Standing up, and in 3, 2, 1. Your timing, okay? Do it at your speed. And with your adjustments that you need for your body. Oh, halfway there. And that's it on that one. right. This next thing that we're gonna do, we're all gonna do together. So come meet me in a nice wide squat. Ah. And twerk. No. Okay, I mean you could if you wanted to. That's a great warm up actually, because you get your pelvis all involved. But we're gonna take our hands, we're gonna place them on the ground in front of us. Everyone should have a block. If you need your block, now is a great time to use it. Here's your block. Here, how about you?
Oh, thanks.
Now's a great time to use it if you can't reach the ground. But if you can't reach the ground, utilize that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one leg. We're gonna turn our leg in and touch our knee onto the ground. And then we're gonna pick it up, put it back down. So if you're using a block, feel free to put weight in it. The goal is that you have the weight in your arms and less in your legs so you can really work on that internal rotation, okay? I'm just gonna do a few of these. Mobility thing to do. This one does get a little bit weird, okay? So, this one we're gonna be coming from pigeon. Now this pigeon I do not, because we're not warmed up yet, I don't want you being like, 90-degree pigeon is time. Be nice to your body. So a nice comfortable pigeon. And then we're gonna sit back, turn, and then you're gonna internally rotate that knee. Bring it back to pigeon. And you can do it with no hands, or you can use your hands. Internally rotate, back to pigeon. Okay? I want you to do it in your own timing. Do 5 on each side. Okay? You can use your hands, you can use no hands. You can sit here if you're like, I hate all of that, you can do this. It's also an option. Make sure you do 5 of whatever you're doing. If you're watching at home, don't judge my not pointed toes. Point your toes when you're stretching. I'm switching to the other side. I don't know if you are, but that's what I'm doing. Feeling warm? Great, it's time to condition. I know. You always gotta condition before we do flexing, okay? I know a lot of us do conditioning right before, but like some of us don't, so it's time to condition and flex too. So our first one we're gonna do, if you know me, you know these. So you are gonna sit with your legs out in front of you for the first set, and you're gonna think about bringing your hands in front of your knees. We are gonna lift one leg at a time. Whoop. Here, we're gonna lift it 10 times. Hold for 10 seconds at the end, and then the other leg 10 times, hold for 10 seconds. Some options, if you're like, I can't actually sit a ton forwards, but I still wanna work on this, put your block behind your back, and try not to knock the block over as you're lifting your legs. It actually makes it really hard, so that's a challenge, and also a tactile cue, okay? So we're gonna do with our feet together, then we are going to bring them out at a 45-degree angle, facing one leg at a time. Same thing, 10 lifts, hold for 10 seconds, other side, 10 lifts, hold for 10 seconds, okay? Shall we do it together, or you want me to count? Yeah, let's do it together. Okay, feet in front, and hands in front. 3, 2, 1, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, other leg for 10, 9, 8, 2, 1. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Open your legs to about 45-degree angle. There's so much crap happening over there, huh? Turn towards one leg, hands on either side of the knee. And here we go, lifting up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. And lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, shake that out. Anybody else shaking? I was shaking. Yeah, you couldn't hear it in my voice, hopefully, but I can feel it in my body. All right. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna work on our butts a little bit more, because this is butt day. So we are gonna be on our sides. You can decide how you would like to lay, maybe like one of your French girls, but you're going to be laying on your side however's comfortable. Some people like to support their head with their hand. Some people like to just like lay here like a dead fish. I don't mind either way. I would prefer it if you didn't just like hold your head up, because you'll get a weird crick in your neck. You can also use your brick, like a little pillow. I like this one a lot. This one's a nice one, okay? All right, so in this position, we're going to find your legs are gonna be at a 45-degree angle, 45-degree angle. So a 90-degree angle with the knees, 45-degree angle with the hips. So pretty much you're just bending knees, okay? Like you're sleeping in bed. From here, you're gonna keep your feet connected, and you're gonna just lift your knee 20 times, okay? Then you're gonna keep your knees connected and just lift your foot 20 times. Then you are going to do knee lift, knee lower 10 times. Then you do foot lift, foot lower 10 times. And then our final thing, you're gonna straighten that bottom leg. You're gonna take the top leg, you're gonna turn it out with this beautiful little passe. And then you're gonna think about taking your knee and turning it internal rotation and tapping it down next to your other leg. And back up. That one you're gonna do 10 times, okay? So it's 20, 20, 10, 10, 10. Questions?
No.
Yes?
No.
Nah, okay. All right, all together, find your position. Get comfy, here we go. And just the knee lifting for 10. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting just the heel for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Great. Now we're going to do the knee lift, knee lower. So knee lift, knee lower 1. Up, ba, 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 2, ba, 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 3, ba, 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 4, ba, 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 5, ba, 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 6, da, 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 7, da, 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 8, da, 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 9, da, 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 10. Now reverse it. We go 1, ba, toe, down, 1, toe, knee, 2, toe, knee, 3, toe, knee, 4, 4, toe, knee, toe, knee, 5, toe, knee, toe, knee, 6, toe, knee, toe, knee, 7, toe, knee, toe, knee, 8, toe, knee, toe, knee, 9, toe, knee, toe, knee, 10. Straighten that bottom leg. Find yourself in that nice ballerina passe. And we're going to do 10 internal rotations. And internal rotate. And up. And 2. Up. 3. Up. 4. Up. 5. Up. 6. Up. 7. Up. 8. Up. 9. Up. And 10. Up. Good. Shake that out. Woo!
Oh, that was spicy.
I know, right? Isn't it great? Isn't it great? It's spicy, fantastic. Although today I learned to say in Spanish, I don't like spicy. But I do like spicy, I just don't like really spicy. Let's do the other side. Everybody take a nap on the other side. All right, here we go. And just the knee for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And now just lifting the foot for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, now we're going to do knee. Lift, knee, down. 1, knee, lift, knee, down. 2, knee, lift, knee, down. 3, knee, lift, knee, down. 4, knee, lift, knee, down. 5, knee, lift, down. 6, knee, lift, knee, down. 7, knee, lift, knee, down. 8, knee, lift, knee, down. 9, knee, lift, knee, down. 10. Now we reverse it. Foot, lift, foot, down. 1, foot, lift, foot, down. 2, foot, lift, foot, down. 3, foot, lift, foot, down. 4, foot, lift, foot, down. 5, foot, lift, foot, down. 6, foot, lift, foot, down. 7, foot, lift, foot, down. 8, foot, lift, foot, down. 9, foot, lift, foot, down. 10. Straighten that bottom leg, find yourself in passe, and 10 internal rotations. And down. 1, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 5, up, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, shake that out. Nice, how are we feeling?
I found my weak leg.
Yeah. For me, you should remember in last class we were talking about how you're gonna feel it wherever you're weakest.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel it in my shins. I feel it in my glute, but I feel it in my shins a lot too. All right. Great. Let's now talk about some hip mobility before we move on to our lunge and our stretching time. Okay. So I'm gonna hand each of you just like a band. It doesn't matter the weight of it. Mostly it's just that you have it to utilize for tactile cues. We'll see if we have enough. And if we don't have enough, we'll share. All right. And you also don't need it right now, but I'm just kind of trying to make sure that everybody has something. that perfect amount. Except I don't have one for me, so I'm gonna steal Laura's when I have to demo. All right, so what you're gonna do next is you're gonna find your block and you're gonna put your butt on it, okay? On this block, you're trying to sit your butt on it. If you are a bodacious human and would like more block, we got more blocks. There's gonna be different heights. We got more blocks here if you would like those too. You can always do one block per cheek, whatever feels right for you in this moment. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna find this position with your knees bent, your feet on the ground, and your pelvis sitting up on the block. From here, you're gonna focus on trying to press your pelvis into your thighs, finding that forward mobility, and like arching your back, kind of like you're trying to fart on someone behind you, like, you know? And then I want you to pull backwards, and now try to tuck that tailbone under. So now it's kind of like if you're trying to pee on someone in front of you. And now shift to fart on the person behind you, and pee on someone in front of you, and fart behind you, and pee in front of you. So that's your pelvic mobility and motion that you want to really practice in Pancake and in a lot of like funk stuff. So now you can straighten your legs out, and we're gonna just find that kind of like same action. It's a little harder when your legs are straight, so if you need to add a micro bend to them, that's totally fine. But you're gonna try to find that forwards and back, forwards and back. Now this is where your band can come into play. If you are really struggling with that tactile cue, what you'll do is you'll put it on one foot and the other foot, and then you gotta get real bendy. There's no good way to do it. Ow, it's on my hair. Hang on. There's no good way to do this. Or someone will tell me in the comments. So pretty much you gotta get it on your low back and on your feet. I guess there's probably an easier way to do it. Y'all let me know. And from here, you're just gonna straighten your legs out, and you're gonna feel it on your you're gonna put it low on your pelvis, and you're gonna let it kind of pull your hips forwards. And that's where you find that, and then you can try to push back and forwards. You're just trying to find that rocking motion. This just gives an extra tactile cue if that's what you would like. Let's see, what's another good way of getting it? You put it behind your back, and you come into a squat if you're doing this. Put your band behind your back. Take one foot, slide it on. Other foot, slide it on. And then, hey-ya!
It does matter.
It's gonna feel weird. And it might be a little short. Like, if you have a really strong band, it might actually be too short. So, for now, these are all the bands we have. Try, if the one that you have doesn't work, ask a friend if you can borrow theirs, and take a few minutes, just see what does my pelvis do with that tactile cue. You can also keep your knees bent if you want to in that tactile cue, but mostly I just want you feeling that big pelvic tip forward. And if you're real tight, yeah, I would have you probably trade with someone since that one's going to be one of the stronger bands. Yeah. Borrow from a friend.
Stuck.
You're stuck? Take it off. I'm
I'll
sorry to
try.
say, Shauna. There you go, hon. I'm gonna let that go. Shauna's like, I'm not gonna make it out of this out. Turns out, strong band, not helpful. Better to have weak band. Isn't that much better? You're like, it's still hard and I hate it now. There it is, nice. Nice, Laura. Yes, that's some great pelvic mobility.
Did you like the strong one?
So if, let's say you wanted to practice this and you're like in a place where you're like, I don't have a band, using your hands is a great option to kind of like feel it. And then I also think about, really, for me, I'll sometimes put my hands on my shins and I'll pull myself to bring my, like, honestly, I'm bringing my privates towards the floor. Like, that's what I'm thinking of. I'm like, can I put my privates on the floor? Yeah? Feeling that? Do you guys feel that action of the pelvis? That's what I want you focusing on during today's, like, stretching. Okay? All right, you can get rid of your bands. You're like, I just got it. Don't worry, we'll come back to them. Well, you're not going to want your band right now. All right, keep... This is why I get on the bands, because it's really fun to watch people struggle. Struggle is fun. All right. Yeah, just slide it up them feet. It's all attached to your pants. That's what it did to my hair, so I get it. All right, keep your block close to you as needed. I'm not gonna like, I'll let you know if like this is something you're gonna want to block for. But you can also use your block at any time. If like you're trying to reach the ground and that floor feels really far away, block. If you're like, hey, I don't want to go that low, block. Yeah? All right, let's do this thing. So, join me at the front of your mat. On our feetsies. And this is where we get to my flow. It's flow time, y'all. All right, reach up high to the sky. And roll down one vertebra at a time. Place those hands on the ground and just walk through your feet and your knees. Walk through your knees a little bit. Take your pike on a walk. This is a great moment to break out a block if you're like, ow, touching the floor is not my thing today. Block. All right, I want you to bend your right knee, keep your left leg straight, place your left hand on the ground, and open your right hand towards the ceiling. And lower that right arm. Keeping the weight in your left leg, take your right leg, step it back to a lunge. And we're just gonna stay low. We do not have to stay high. This would be a great time if you want to get your block out to help you keep your chest up. Or if you like, you can touch the ground. Doesn't matter. Whatever's feeling right for you in this moment, we're just gonna stay here. Breathe into it. All right, so now you're gonna try to glue your chest to your quad. So gluing your chest to your thigh. You're gonna straighten your front leg as much as you can, keeping your back leg where it is and your chest on your quad. So it might not straighten all the way, but just go to where you're feeling that stretch and then we'll shift back. And we're gonna do that 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Lower that back knee. And now you're gonna sit up tall. In this position, I want you to think about bringing your front knee, your left knee, in towards the center. Your right hip is going to be pulling in and up. This is another great time. If you would like, you can put your block down for support here, or you can balance. Doesn't matter to me. In this position, what I want you to think about is I want you to think about squeezing your right butt cheek and pushing your hips towards the ground, using your muscles of your butt cheek. And take some breaths. Good. Lift that right arm up to increase your stretch. And if you're feeling sassy, you do not have to, but you can take a little arch back. We did not warm up our backs, so be nice to your spines. This is mostly to continue to elongate through the front of your hip. And bring that arm back down. Good. Glue your chest to your leg, and this time keeping that front foot flexed. We're gonna do the same thing where we push back until our leg is as straight as we can get it. Mine doesn't straighten all the way, and then forward. But I'd rather your chest stay on your quad. So do that 5 times. So back and forward. This is 2 and 3, 4. And on this next one, we're gonna hold in that extended position here. Turn your foot out and shift forward into your runner's lunge. So now my toes are pointing out, my knee is also pointing out, and I'm gonna take my elbows and I'm gonna place them in front of my front foot. If you would like to make this position more challenging, rather than being on your elbows, you can always reach your arms out into an elongated lizard. I don't feel like doing that right now. And now we're going to deepen our stretch. So if you had an elongated lizard, you can bring your elbows back under. Roll to the outside of your left foot. Take your left hand and push your left knee away from you while opening your chest slightly to the ceiling. Walk your hands in. Place your right hand on the ground. Left arm's gonna do a big windmill around, so look at your back foot. Hey, right foot, and then you're gonna summon your right foot into your hand, okay? And from here, you're just gonna think, for this one today, rather than thinking about bringing your heel to your butt, I want you to kick your foot into your hand and drop your hips down to the ground. So you're gonna keep holding on to that foot, and you're gonna create tension by kicking your foot into your hand and pushing your hips towards the ground. Here's where it gets a little bit sassy with our brains. You're going to take your right leg. The outside of your right thigh is going to go to the outside of your left foot. So you're going to suck in and twist. Okay? I'm going to now turn around so I'm facing you guys. You guys can stay where you are. Alright, so we are in this position here. What I want you to do is plant that left foot on the ground. Bring your right arm around, grab it, and pull your thigh to your chest, and then twist to the left. Okay, come on back. You're going to take your left leg. You are going to put your left foot into your right elbow, and then wrap around the other side. Give yourself a little hug. If you want to make it a little bit more of a glute stretch, drop the baby's head. And then you can push the knee away. Good. And put that foot down. We have some options for this next shape that we are going to stretch, okay? Option one is you just kind of cross your legs over and you do a weird fire log, okay? Option two is you do an actual fire log where you take your ankle, you're gonna put it on top of your other foot and lower the other knee and lower that, okay, to get a hip stretch. Option three, which is gonna be the hardest option, is you cross your knees over as much as you can. You open your legs so that your shins are in a straight line in front of you. Grab your feet and lower yourself forwards. I call this motorbike. Vroom vroom. All right, do whichever one feels right for you in this moment. And we're just gonna hold it for a little bit. Make sure you're breathing. Alright, you guys again are going to stay in your orientation if you want. You can also shift your orientation. But we're going to come to pigeon with our right leg in front. Okay? So I'm going to come to pigeon with my right leg in front. Okay? Now, in this position, I would love for your front leg to be at a 90-degree angle with itself. And for some of us, that's not super accessible. Put that block under your butt and it makes it a lot more accessible, okay? You can also, if you feel like there's a lot of tension on your knee, you can put it under your knee. You've got plenty of blocks you can play with. Or if you're like, Al, this is way easy for me, fine. Put it on your ankle. Yeah, I can't do that. This ain't way easy for me. This one's a hard one for me. All right. I also really like to flex my front foot and like kind of Barbie point it so I can find some traction using my foot rather than just like it being a dead fish in front of my leg. Woo! Feel that burn in the head. And walk your hands out so that you're laying over that leg. Wherever you are right now, think about taking your left hip and driving it towards the floor. It will increase the stretch in your right glute. That's good. Now we gotta reverse all of the things. So, come back to this twisted position. Put the weight on your left foot, and we're gonna return to a left side lunge. I'm facing the other way now, but you're in a left side lunge. All right? Lower your right knee, straighten your left leg, flex your foot, and turn it in and out, little windshield wipes. And start to point, flex that foot, point, and flex, point, flex, flex. Good, now point your toe, and reach your hands as far in front of you as you can go, really getting a nice hamstring stretch. We are going to be doing a couple pancakes at the end of class. So, pancakes are a lot of hamstrings. So we gotta get our hamstrings saying hello. Just as much as our hips say hello. Good. And shift forward back to your lunge. Tuck the back toe. Straighten the back knee. And step into the middle. And roll on up. Take a little inventory. How uneven are you feeling? You might be feeling very uneven, and that's okay. It's because we're going to do the other side now. All right. Reach it up! And down. Place those hands on the ground or on your block and start to walk through your knees. And with your right leg straight and your left leg bent, plant your left hand on the ground and open your right hand up to the ceiling. Did you get confused over here? I just heard a
Is it the opposite of what we did before?
Yes. And place your right hand back down. Your weight should be in your right leg. Step your left leg back. Right? This is opposite, right? Yes, it is. That's awesome. And just take a moment here in this position. And now keeping your chest glued to your thigh, keeping your back foot where it is, and your foot on your front foot on the ground. You're going to straighten our front leg as much as we can, and then back to our lunge 5 times. So we go 1 and down. 2 and down. 3 and down. 4 and down. Last one. 4 and down. Good. Lower that back knee. Sit up tall. Right knee into the center. Left hip in the center. Up to the rib cage. Nice and steady. Squeeze your left butt cheek and make yourself go lower. I just saw like a bunch of you guys go like 3 inches lower. That's awesome. Sick. Sick, money dog. If you're feeling sassy, you can take that left arm and stick it up. If you're feeling extra sassy, you can take that into the back bend. Again, we didn't warm up our backs very much, so you know, be nice to yourself. This is a flex class, not a death class. And let that go. Both hands on either side of your front leg. With that foot staying flexed this time, we are going to push back to straighten as much as you can, keeping your thigh on your hip, on your boobs on your thigh, whatever. And back. So we're going to do that 5 times. And back. And if you don't have boobs, keep them on your thigh anyway. And 2. 3. 4. 5. And turn that leg out. Shift forwards with your toes pointing outwards. Elbows go down in front of your foot. And just take a moment here. If you would like to make it harder, you may extend your arms out in front of you into an extended lizard. I'm not doing that today, but if you're feeling so inclined, you can do that. All right, roll to the outside of your right foot. Take your your right hand, push it into your right leg and away from you. You can open your chest slightly this way. Go, bring it back to the center. Walk your hands in. Left hand planted. Right arm, big windmill. Look at your left foot. Come here, left foot. Boink, it goes into the hand. And now I kick it into my hand and I let my hips drop. All good. You're fine. That's deep working. That's deep. And let that go. Good. All right. Here's the fun, difficult part. Outside of the left thigh goes to the outside of the right foot. Woo. Yeah? So we're twisted. So your right leg is on top, your left foot's tucked, left leg's tucked underneath. I'm gonna turn around and face you guys. Hello. All right. So we're gonna take your left arm, wrap it around your right leg, and then turn towards your right. Awesome. Come on back to the center there. Take your left foot, put it, right foot, put it into your left elbow. Cradle the baby's head with your right hand. If you would like to get a deeper stretch, let the baby's head go. And then push the baby's head away from you because it just keeps, ew, gross. Gross baby. You don't care anymore? And put your baby down. Now you get to do your choice. Try to do the same one you do on the other side, but you can also adapt. Remember, this one's either going to be like full little, I don't know, moped, fire log, or motorcycle. I'm going to ride my motorcycle today. Vroom, vroom, vroom. If you're in a good position, you can take your top leg, just swing it around for a nice pigeon. I'm going to adjust so that I am on my mat, but you want a nice 90-degree pigeon, so my front leg is going to be at 90 degrees. I flex my foot in order to keep it there, and then I'm going to lift my body up so that it gets 90 degrees. This is a great time to use that block. Put it under your butt if you need it. All right? On this side, I sometimes need the block. Sometimes I feel like being sassy and not using the block. It all just depends on what you want, but we're going to find that nice pigeon for now. Sitting up nice and tall. I love that sometimes pigeon can be a very relaxing position, but if you do like a genuine pigeon, it's horrid. It's not a relaxing position. And let's take that to a lay down. Really think about taking your right hip and driving it into the ground. Don't let yourself get complacent. Back to our lunge. Yes, right? Yes. I'm not forgetting anything, right? All right, cross the leg over. Yep, cross your right leg over. We're going to come to a right-sided lunge. Let's pretend I didn't forget anything. Lower that left knee and straighten your right leg with a flexed foot, turning in and out. I'm going to go back and watch the video and be like, dang it, we missed a spot. And point flex. you're gonna walk your hands as far in front of you as possible to get a nice stretch here. Oh, my leg is shaking. I don't know about you guys.
I'm shaking.
You know how there's like pedometers for your steps? I feel like in these classes I should have like a mouthometer for how many words I say. This is just a long monologue to myself. Good, alright, shift that weight forwards. Tuck your back foot. Step both feet in. And roll up. Ooh, little wiggly. Little wiggly. Alright, meet me on the ground. I'm going to hand some stuff out to you guys. We're going to be on the ground. I'm going to hand you guys dirty rags. Because it looks like we have a lot of dirty rags and not a lot of clean rags. Luckily you're not likely trying to stay clean. Just wash your hands after this. Here you go, take a rag. Take a rag. Take a rag. Oh Lord, you got a wet one.
Why would you do this to me?
Sorry. I'm trying not to grab wet ones. But like, no one's done our laundry in a while. Here, here's the dry now. Here you go. And hey, they're wet with alcohol, okay? They're not wet with pee or anything. Alright. So, we're gonna do our pancake. If you are someone who has a killer pancake, I implore you to get some yoga blocks and put them under your feet, under your heels for this. If you are someone who is the opposite of a killer pancake and enjoys killing their pancake, instead, you can put a block under your butt. Okay, so if you're like, when you sit in your pancake, so if you sit in your straddle like here at a comfortable position, if you are rocked back here and you cannot physically get up onto your sits bones, get you a block, yeah? Get you a block and sit on it so that you can really be up on those sits bones, okay? Because my goal for this, when we're doing pancakes, is never this. This is not a pancake, yeah? This is not it. This is
Eagle skeever.
what?
An eagle skeever is like a stuffed pancake.
That too. I was thinking more like high school gym dude, high school boys in gym.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, touch your toes. Sorry if I just called you out if you're watching this video. There's no high schoolers in this room, so I'm not calling any of us out. All right, so, and if you're a high schooler watching this, this isn't good for kids. Go somewhere else. Go to Bluey or some shit. All right, so you're gonna take your rag and you're gonna find your pancake, your straddle, okay? I don't care how wide your straddle is. I like to feel a little stretch in my inner thighs, but we are working on a pancake, so if the inner thigh stretch is causing you to not be able to get a hamstring stretch, bring your legs a little closer, okay? All right, so now you should be up on your sits bones. You're gonna have your rag in front of you, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna think about cleaning the floor like your little Cinderella. Slide it all the way out, and slide it all the way back in. We're gonna do that 5 times, and slide it out, and in. That's 1. And out, and in. That's 2. Out, and in. 3, out, in. 4, this section we're gonna hold. Out, and hold. Wherever you are, if you are feeling sassy, what I find is really fun to do is I'll take my hands off and open to the side, and then in this position, you just breathe and focus on relaxing into the floor, but also tipping that pelvis as much as you can, okay? Your booty cheeks should look nice and tight right now, okay? We're just gonna float our way down. Sometimes what I do is I kind of take a little like airplane ride, side to side, and that actually can help you get a little lower because we're moving My boobs touch the ground. Hot yeah. I really want my belly button to touch one day. And slowly relax and start to roll back. All right, get your rag again. You left it out in front of you. It's gonna be a little bit of work. And now you're gonna put it over to your left side. And we're gonna clean the left side before. And slide it out and in. That's one. Out and in. That's two. Out and in. That's three. Out. In. That's four. Out and hold. And if you would like to, you can shift your hands to your leg to kind of help pull you down, or you can utilize your muscles and find that float again with no hands, trying to float your body down towards your leg. Think about taking your opposite hip, so your right hip if you're over your left foot, and drop your right hip into the ground. So I don't want to see air underneath your right side. I want to see that be nice and flat. All right, take your right arm and lift it up and come up. Let's do the other side. Get your rag. Gotta clean the right side, and then we'll clean the middle one more time, and then we'll call it a day. Yeah. All right, and slide it out. One, and in, out two, and in, out three, and in, out four, and in. Last one, and we're gonna hold. If you would like to shift to a little bit closer to your leg, you may do that. Make sure you're dropping your opposite hip down to the ground. If you see light under my butt, no you don't. If you see light under your butt, put your butt down. I'm the Appalachian Mountains. You thought you saw something? No, you didn't. And use that left arm, swing yourself right back up. All right, we're gonna do that center one more time, all right? Let's see if anything has changed, okay? Hands in the middle, and slide out, one, and in. Fart on the person behind you, two, and in. Fart again, three. See if you can pee on the person behind you. And four, can you pee on them behind you? That takes a lot of pelvic tilt to pee. And last one, out, and airplane. Stretching is more fun when there's airplanes involved. And relax. And start to roll. Alright, gently shake your legs back to the middle. We have one more thing that we're going to do to finish up our day. We've done a lot of external rotation. So now we're going to say hello to our internal rotation just to finish up. So this is my version of, if this was a yoga class, this would be Shavasana, okay? So, I mean, it's my version of it, so it's going to be insane. All right, so you're going to lay on your back, and you're going to walk both of your feet to the outside of your mat. Okay, so my feet are wider than my hips, and then what I'm going to think about doing is I'm going to drop my knees in towards the center and find that nice little hip stretch here. And we're just going to hold this. If you would like to give yourself a little bit more oomph, sometimes I will put more weight in my feet and try to lift my pelvis and just float my pelvis off the floor to really find that like internal rotation. But breathe. This should feel good in a weird way. If it hurts your knees, please come out of it and do other internal rotation things. It does put quite a bit of pressure on your ligament on the inside of your knee, so just be aware of that when you're doing this, that there might be pain there, and the more you can try to support it by either knocking your knees together and holding them together, or by not going so far, it'll feel better. Alright. And when you're done with that, you'll open your knees up, walk your feet in towards each other, and then drop your knees out to the side, finish up in a nice little butterfly thing. All right, y'all. That was class. You crushed it. And I hope you're feeling a little bit more flexible now. Next week will be full body. Yeah? So be prepared to use your entire vessel and not just one part of our vessel. Make sure you drink plenty of water when you get home and on your way home, all the things. Drink water, be nice to your body, and get plenty of sleep tonight. You guys crushed it.